saw his diary. In that diary, Nonso wrote his pain. Nonso wrote everything from day one, how he started working at age 10, and how his father never ever told him thank you for one day, how his father never ever encouraged him. Long ago, in a small village called Uli, there lived a couple called Mr. and Mrs. Amy. Mr. and Mrs. Amy weren't rich. They were poor. In fact, they were so poor that the villagers rumored that they must have angered the gods in their former life. Mr. Amy owned a plot of land. That land wasn't doing well. The little farm products he got from the land was what he used to feed his family. And out of that same little farm products, he hawked it in the village market to get money to send his kids to school. His wife, Mrs. Amy, was a teacher in the community secondary school, and her pay wasn't good. In fact, no one could explain what was really wrong with the Amy family. Because the same way she was teaching and earning little, others were also teaching and earning little, but it felt like they had a leaking basket in their home. Nothing good came towards their home. They struggled for everything. Life wasn't so easy in any way. This couple had 2 kids, Nonso, the first son, and Adaeze, the daughter. Nonso often helped his father in the farm whenever he returned from school. They lived a life in such a way that they did not go borrowing or begging. Whatsoever they had, they tried to make good use of it. They tried not to lend or borrow anything from anyone, knowing fully well that if they tried to, they were going to insult them, often ask them the year they were going to pay for it. Not even the time, but the year. Because everyone knew that they were poor. Whenever Mr. Amy had farm product to deliver to the villagers, Nonso often helped him to do that. One day, while Nonso went to deliver cassava to Mazi Okonkwo, he saw that Mazi Okonkwo also needed help in his farmland. Mazi Okonkwo asked Nonso to please assist. Nonso quickly helped Mazi Okonkwo. And the moment he was done, Mazi Okonkwo paid him the average salary per day. Nonso was surprised. Why was Mazi Okonkwo paying him? They never agreed anything. He just did it out of respect and out of generosity. And he quickly rejected the money. Mazi Okonkwo told him, "My child, use your tongue to count your teeth. This money I am giving to you, I am not giving it to you because I saw you as a child that wanted to help me. You worked very hard and you deserve the daily wage. So don't tell me thank you, sir. No, sir. When you go home, you give it to your parents and you tell them what kept you for long. They should be able to know why you came here to deliver cassava and started harvesting maize." And when Nonso returned that day, he quickly showed his parents the money he had earned for the day. His father was excited, but didn't know how to show it. His mom wasn't pleased about it because she didn't want him to start earning money like them. But his father quickly told him, "Wow, I never knew you've grown. So now you can actually work and earn money." Nonso smiled but didn't want to say much. And that was how Mr. Amy often sent Nonso out whenever anyone needed help in the village. And that was how Nonso gradually started earning money with his parents. When his father wanted to include Adaeze, Nonso was against it and even offered to do ×2 of whatever the job was, in order to make sure that Adaeze never lifts her hands to do any menial job. And that was how Nonso joined the family in making money. Gradually, Nonso graduated from helping in the farm and selling farm products to washing clothes, anything available. Provided it was bringing money to the table, Nonso was also doing it. But the very funny thing about all these things was that no matter how Nonso was busy when he was done for school for each day, Nonso never failed any subject in class. He was very, very intelligent. The moment it was 5:30 every day, he ends the job and go back home. At 6 every day, they eat their dinner and Nonso begins to read his book. While Nonso was done with his secondary school, he was opportuned to get a scholarship. When he took the scholarship to his father looked at him and said, "Now, a burden had been lifted off my shoulder." And he told Nonso, "Go prepare for your university." And that was it. Nonso looked at his father's face, hoping to see excitement, hoping to hear congratulations, but none of these words came out from Mr. Amy's mouth. Rather, he was excited within that a burden had been lifted up his shoulder. While Nonso juggled the university life while he was in school studying nursing, as Nonso loved to save life, Nonso did every job he could lay his eyes on. Nonso worked as a delivery man. Nonso also worked in a restaurant. Nonso was also cleaning people's houses on Saturdays and Sundays in order to earn money. But where Nonso earned money very well was where he was working in a warehouse. He was working for one Mr. Anthony, who was very nice to Nonso. Nonso was his manager in the warehouse. Nonso was so good. Academically, he was trustworthy. He was someone that Mr. Anthony could leave the business for, and Nonso was going to give correct details of goods that came in, goods that left, and even the goods on the highway. Nonso was earning much from Mr. Anthony. One thing Nonso never did was to touch the money he was earning from Mr. Anthony. He was saving that money for a purpose. His Oga, Mr. Anthony, was proud of him. Mr. Anthony kept the money for him. Mr. Anthony often told him that whenever he was ready to access the money, he was also going to add something, being that Nonso was very dedicated in saving that particular amount. And from the little money he earned from his day-to-day jobs, he sent money home for his sister days and for his parents. Life was going on gradually for everyone. Mr. and Mrs. Amy practically did not even pay Nonso's school fees, neither did they even ever send him money while he was in school. He was on scholarship, so the scholarship was paying for his university. He was working in the big city, so he was feeding himself. Every little money he earned from his day-to-day work, he sent 90% home because he did not want to hear that his sister Daisy was doing any kind of menial job. He made sure he sent enough home. He wasn't even bothered whether he had to eat one square meal. All that mattered to him was that his sister had a very good future. And to top everything up, Adeze did not mess up in any way. She made sure to make her brother proud, because whenever Nonso sends money home, he sends it with an encouragement letter to his sister. Adeze was pushing hard in her class. Adeze aced all her subjects. She wanted to also gain a scholarship to go to the university. She wanted to make sure that her brother's suffering did not go in vain. Life was going gradually. A few months down the line, Nonso was rounding up with his nursing school. He was so excited. He was glad. He couldn't even wait to start working as a nurse. He hoped and believed that if he works as a nurse in Nigeria for 1 to 2 years, he was going to leave Nigeria and go and work as a nurse outside Nigeria. He already had big dreams. He already had his life well planned. That fateful evening, Mr. Anthony looked at him and told him, "Congratulations. You'll be graduating tomorrow. I am so happy for you." Nonso looked at him and told him, "Thank you very much, sir. You've been a strong pillar in my life. You've been one of those people that encouraged me all through the way." Mr. Anthony said, "It's not me, it's you and the grace of God. Who would have found a loyal staff like you? With you, I could even go on vacation to Dubai and everything remains intact. Even when I want to appreciate you, you ask me to pay it into your account. I don't know what you're saving the money for, but I am so happy that you're a good boy. I'm happy that you did not join all these small young boys to misbehave. You're really a good child and your parents will be happy and proud of you." Nonso smiled and said, "Thank you, sir." So Mr. Anthony handed him his first pairs of designer shoe and told him, "This is my graduation gift to you." Nonso was happy, really excited. And while he was heading home that day, he had already strategized on what to do after the graduation, how his parents were going to come during the graduation. He was very excited. And as Nonso was about to cross the road, a truck from nowhere hit him and he landed on the floor. He was quickly rushed to the hospital by a good Samaritan, but Nonso did not make it. His parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ing, and his sister Daisy, had come to the big city for his graduation. But on getting there, they were met with a shocking news, the death of their son. Mr. Ing cried. His wife wailed. Daisy cried. It was like as if their whole world had come to an end. In their states of misery, Mr. Ing kept on complaining of the fact that Nonso promised to take care of Daisy. Mr. Ing kept on complaining of the fact that he did not keep his promise, that wasn't what he said. His wife kept on trying to console him, stating that their son is no more, and that wasn't the right thing to say. But he was not even moved by all those things. He kept on lamenting, stating that Nonso promised him a lot of things. Nonso was given a befitting burial, and this burial took a whole lot from his parents' pockets, but they still did it because Nonso had always taken care of them. It wasn't their fault that they were poor. They didn't even know the reason why they were poor. They were all hardworking in their own ways, but luck wasn't on their part. They had gotten all Nonso's belongings and taken it to the village. 3 days down the line, Daisy just decided to go to her brother's room. She just wanted to flip through his books because she also wanted to be a nurse. And while going through his book, she saw his diary. In that diary, Nonso wrote his pain. Nonso wrote everything from day one. How he started working at age 10. And how his father never ever told him thank you for one day. How his father never ever encouraged him. How his parents felt like he was an adult because everyone in the village assumed he had matured. For him to find it in his heart to assist his parents, that means he had already matured. They often told his parents that, this is your son. He got matured on time. But was that maturity? Was he supposed to take up a sense of duty at such a young age, hawking water, helping people in their farmland? How his father for one day never told him, "My son, I am proud of you." While Daisy was reading all these things, she kept on wailing. And the moment she was done, she wanted to keep the diary. But she didn't even know how. She flipped to the back page and saw every information about Mr. Anthony. Nonso kept on thanking Mr. Anthony for being God's saint, how Mr. Anthony was the best man God ever sent to his life, and how the money he was saving with Mr. Anthony, he was supposed to use it to build house for his parents and send Daisy to the university. When Daisy read this, she kept on wailing. She couldn't even believe that she was fighting to get a scholarship, whereas her brother, that was supposed to be living his life, was fighting to pay her university fees. She couldn't take it anymore. She carried this diary and took to her both parents. While they read it, they kept on crying. Mr. Anthony told himself that he had failed as a father. For him not to be able to see his son's pain. He never saw his son's pain. He never encouraged his son for one day. He even recalled the day his son brought his scholarship. Rather than saying, "My son, I am proud of you," he said, "Thank God, a burden has been lifted off my shoulder." There and then, Mr. Ing knelt down and started begging God for one chance. One chance to see his son again. Just one chance. He pleaded and pleaded with God. He could not eat. He could not do anything. He kept on begging God to give him one chance to see his son again. 2 days down the line, nothing had happened. He went to his son's grave crying and begging God. He went to the church, asking for just one chance to see his son again. His wife had told him to give up on it, that Nonso was already dead. How did he even plan on seeing Nonso's face? That fateful evening, everyone had retired to bed. Mr. Amy was sitting in front of his hut, tears rolling down his chin. Nonso appeared to him. He felt he was in a trance. He did not believe. He kept on waving his hands. But lo and behold, that was Nonso. And the moment he could confirm that that was Nonso, as his legs couldn't move, he opened his mouth and started saying everything he had in his mind that he couldn't bring himself to say all along. I am proud of you. You're the best gift God gave to me. I am sorry. Sorry for everything. Sorry for not even telling you how proud I was as a father. I am sorry, Nonso. Forgive me. Nonso looked at him and said, Papa, I forgive you. Can you rest? It's time for you to move on. Go to Mr. Anthony. He will give you all the money I have saved. His father said, can I just hug you one last time, please? And the moment Mr. Amy hugged Nonso, Nonso disappeared. Mr. Amy woke up, and that was when he knew that it was a dream, but this dream felt so real. He knew deep down that Nonso had forgiven him. And after that day, he started eating. The family went to the city, met with Mr. Anthony, as the address and phone number of Mr. Anthony was in that diary. Mr. Anthony remitted everything Nonso saved up with him, and as he had promised that he was always going to add something whenever Nonso wanted that money, he did. He gave them 5 million naira. And he even offered to send Adesi to university. He felt pained when he heard that Nonso died, as he kept on calling Nonso's number to ask him how the graduation went, but no one was speaking. So he never even knew that Nonso died. But after hearing everything from Nonso's parents, he really felt bad. Mr. Anthony was able to send Adesi to the university. Adesi went to school and graduated as a nurse. And when she was done with nursing, with the help of Mr. Anthony and her father, they built a mini clinic in Uli in honor of Nonso. That was the least they could do as a family. Thank you very much for listening to the story of the day. We still remain your favorite storyteller, Zika, and this is based on a true life story. When I heard the story, tears rolled down my chin. And the take home for this story is, please, parents, the same way you feel that there's a need to correct a child, there's a need to cast your rod, that's the same way you should also encourage them when they do something good. That's the same way you should also cheer them when they do something good. That's the same way you should also clap for them when they win. All Nonso needed from his father and his mother out of them was words of encouragement. Oh, my son, I am proud of you. Oh, my son, thank you very much. Oh, my son, you are the best. Oh, my son, you are great. These words of encouragement could pave long way in people's life. So, as parents, even if you see the need to correct a child, please also see the need to encourage a child when the child does something good. Please and please, I would like you to share what you've learned from these. And you know where to do that. Nowhere else but the comment section. Please like our stories, watch them to the very end, because every story is impacted with moral lessons, things that will encourage you one way or the other. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our beautiful story. So we'll see you again in our next story. Bye for now.